Is that show? Is that the Cancel It's Nothing show?
It can be.
Oh, no. We still got the stories.
Yeah.
Story. Why don't you introduce the segment, John?
All right. So for this segment, we call it the hold up segment. Hold up. Wait a minute. Stop the press. Something crazy just happened. Let's talk about it and put it in front of the CTUN and the CTUN family and see why, how, or when it could happen again. And I'm sorry, I was got stopped because I was reading the actual thing, and I remember how crazy it was. But for today's hold up segment, it is over a man who has been evicted at 30 years of age. The guy's name is Michael Rotondo, and he actually says his parents aren't good people for kicking him out. Now, of course, more details to the story is his point is this COVID-19, they knew what it was. His parents are saying it's not necessarily due to COVID-19. It's because he's lazy and he's always been like this. So he's just kind of like threatening. And this was on TMZ, by the way. This is a real story. So he's basically threatening to press charges and sue his family for kicking him out, putting him in danger. What do you guys think about that?
Kicking him, he's in danger because of COVID-19.
Yes.
And the streets are infested with COVID-19.
Yes. Mr. Michael Rotondo is his name. His parents aren't good people.
Them people created that monster.
Yeah, pull up the video so you can just take a look at this. This dude.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. You want me to go ahead and play it?
Yeah, go ahead and play it. After these ads. And by the way, Rob in the chat, hey, it has been a while. Welcome.
Oh, hey, Rob.
Gotta play through this ad. Sorry, y'all.
Okay.
I don't think we can hear it.
Let me see if I can share it with the audio. And that actually is just the one with him just talking. I don't want to get one him talking. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's a lot of talking. I can't give the video because I don't want to show him just talking about his parents. I was trying to get the clip of the actual case of what was going on, but nonetheless, yeah, his parents kicked him out legally, got him removed from their house, and he's countersuing them because of how dangerous it is in COVID. He said that it's putting him into danger, even though this was like a civil battle between him and his mom and dad for like a whole year and a half or some change. So it started like before COVID, I believe.
So they started the legal proceedings.
They legally got him removed from the house. So it's like your mom and dad evict you, right? Not kicked you out. They evicted you out of the house, right? On paper. They got you on paper. How do you feel about that, mom and dad evicting child?
Again, they barring some mental health issues that are either untreated or whatever the story is. If that's not an issue, then they created that monster. Because 30 years, you had a whole lot of chances to get him ready for the reality, and hopefully get him in a situation where he could have left that house and be on his way to be whatever. I don't know what the story is. I didn't read the background, but
well, Tandy, wouldn't it? What I mean, like you said, they had 30 years, and apparently they couldn't do it. So what are their options then? Are they just stuck with him, or
if they like set him up somewhere else to live and he refused? Like if they said, "Listen,
are they obligated at 30?"
No, of course you're not. No, that's why they can legally do it. You're not obligated. Of course not.
But you think they should?
I mean, I think that if you get into the point of having to legally evict your child from the house, and you should have some other plan, up to this point. I'm sure. Well, I don't know what their situation is, but I'm just assuming that if you're doing all of this, maybe they've got some financial wherewithal, right, to handle some of this stuff. You couldn't build him one of them little things in the back of the house. You know how many people? Yeah, you know how many people have those little one-room shicky shacks they make for an adult child that never leaves the house?
He's not gonna, if he's not living by the rules in the house, he's not gonna live by the rules in the garage, the attic, the basement, or the shack.
Maybe they did. They just said nope.
Yeah,
Stay here.
think about
Because
this.
I don't think that's the first thing you go to is like legal action against my child. There's gonna be steps before that, right?
Absolutely.
They must have tried other things and then nothing works. We gotta go to the law to get rid of this guy.
And there's definitely some physical altercations involved. There has to be for you to go to the legal route to evict your child. It's like calling the cops on your child and watching them go to jail, right? Like extreme measures have to happen. So for me,
but
go ahead.
No, you can always sell your house and move. I've known a lot of people get rid of roommates like that. Not sell their houses, but like let their lease run out. You can stay here if you want to, but I'm leaving.
You uproot your whole life
Over there.
because this one person won't leave.
Have you guys heard of divorce? It happens all the time.
Well, that's different. They're not. They technically are divorcing their child, but it's not marriage. Like you gave birth to this kid, so the argument with divorce is like we chose to ruin each other's lives. With child parenting relationship, you gave birth to him. So Antoine, you have a baby boy, and I know you love your baby boy.
Oh, he's this close to being out there.
Gotta stop putting his weight. Gotta stop putting his weight.
If he doesn't lift his head up by tomorrow, he's out of here.
Got him on contracts with his little footprint. And right here, I'll need your.
You get a probation period, and after that, you got to start earning.
You gotta start earning. As soon as you can read, you're going to work. Yeah. That's crazy. Tana, can you see yourself kicking your son?
No, but I can't see myself with a son that would, you know what I mean? Like I'm saying, barring some other mental health issues, probably I can't see that happening. I don't, because I'm not raising my children to believe that this is their home, their eternal home. And they're supposed to be here forever, and they're not supposed to go out and do more than I did or do something different. I'm not doing that. So I don't know what kind of messages. That's why I was like, they must have created that monster or set him on the path or something. They didn't something.
It made me think about, I don't know if y'all watched Breaking Bad, but remember Jesse's parents' relationship when he would go back there and you could tell they didn't really want him in the house, but there was a child, right? And they were just kind of like, we want to see something different, but eventually Jesse's going to fuck up and now we got to have him kicked out of the house. That's kind of the vibe I got from like reading and watching the video. Again, we don't know the whole story. I don't know parents. There are some pretty trash parents out there. Let's just be honest. Now, not all parents are great, even though, like, be honest, like not all kids are great. Not all parents are great. So it could have been a pairing of a bad coach and a bad team. You know what I'm saying? Bad players and bad coaches, bad parents and bad kids do probably happen more than we think. And I think if you have to evict your child, you were doing a bad job.
Think about it. He had to have left the house at some point. You couldn't change the locks. What did he do? Did he break the windows to get back in? What happened? What happened?
This is going to sound very sexist, but it's a positive sexist, if I like to add, in my opinion. Being that he was a male, I think he should have more rigid, like, borders, right? Like, if you are 21, you pretty much can defend yourself as good as you could if 25, 30, 40, right? So you can't just be sitting in my house taking up taxpayer air and, build space as a grown man, what I'm saying, who could kill me, right? Like if we got into it, you're a son, I'm as big as my father is now. Like if we fought, it would be a super problem, probably for him because he's older, I will recover faster. So the boys got to get the hell out, man.
Because they're a threat. Because they could kill you at any moment.
Well, think about it. He's a threat to the family, right? Now, he's a threat. 30-year-old man, he's a threat. He can hurt you financially. He can hurt you physically, and emotionally, right? He can be doing stuff to mom and dad doesn't know. He could be pinning parents together. I mean, he's a legitimate adult, right? And he has to hold some accountability. So not saying that women don't have accountability. It's just women have more natural threats, right? In my opinion. So if my daughters were 30, I would probably hold them the same thing. I would kick them out because they're 30, unless quarantine has been existing their whole life, right? if COVID rides it out until they graduate, I may have some recourse. But if the world as I knew it, the good old days, if you can get a job and you graduated high school, you may have like a 4-year incubation period after high school, 5 years max, to figure it out. 4 years is a long time too, by the way. So that's my take.
I'm curious, because he's countersuing, right? So do you think he's countersuing to get access to the house or to get money from his parents?
Probably both. Probably both. He's probably countersuing for money. Daddy's probably using the money for the lawyers with daddy's money. So he's suing them with their parents' money.
The worst part would be is if he's working and not contributing, right? Like if he has a job and he's employed and he's just stacking his dough and not paying anything. And
that's the worst part.
And refusing to leave, right? You're not contributing to anything and you refuse to leave. And you like spit in our faces because we want you to go and you say no. Man, that's worse.
I agree. And it's totally believable. Totally believable. Yeah. But again, on the flip side, we could be wrong. The parents could be, for all we know, like horrible individuals, maybe narcissistic. Maybe they've been abusive to him his whole life and they told him he wasn't nothing. And, they make fun of him. They literally let him stay in just so that they could make fun of him. And it's like, I'm not taking it. I can't take this no more. I'm telling the whole world how bad you are. And then he gets evicted. They could be parents like that. There's a movie called The Willoughbys, I think. Antoine, you might watch that with your kid young. It's called the Willoughbys, I want to say. It's on Netflix. There's like a bunch of kids born to like this wealthy couple who inherited all this money and all they care about is loving on each other. They don't care about shit else. The house they don't care about, the kids they don't care about. Is all they care about is how much love they're giving each other. And it's a pretty dark movie because they basically kick the kids out, leave them to die once they get a trip to go travel the world, loving on each other, right? And it was an incredibly dark movie for some reason. I didn't think it was gonna go that dark, but that could be the option that this guy's dealing with. Like his parents was just lovebirds that had him and only him out of accident, but they still really love each other. And he's just kind of great movie. That's a watch it. It is hard to watch for a cartoon, but it was a great movie. Yeah, that could be happening to this guy, man. He's getting Willoughby. That's all the options.
Wouldn't he want to leave? What's he waiting on?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's your parents, right? Like, don't you like your parents should always feel a sense of belonging with your parents.
Yeah, belonging, but not living there.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
Probably our generation probably has the most living with parents generation, and that's only because of like just the nature of everything that's been going on.
It's also, I would say, a cultural thing in America. There, in other countries, people are kind of expected to stay in the same house with their parents and their grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just build up this compound over generations.
It's not a bad idea if you like mess with everybody, you know. But if y'all like combative naturally, it's a horrible idea. Which probably Americans mostly are.
There you go.
Can't wear masks for each other. We cannot share the same bathroom after the age of 25. It's a problem.
I mean, yeah, but if you look at our history, I mean, it's all baked up inside American history. Nigerians, Contessa said, we stay at home as long as you can contribute. Definitely sounds like a compound.
Right.
I don't have a problem with that, man. If he was like 30 and a millionaire, you know, taking the parents out on cruises and private jets, I don't think they would have evicted him.
No, there's something going on.
Yeah.
He's probably talking a lot. You know, he's obviously existing as a child, probably making the demands of a child, being a grown person and not contributing. That's more than likely what's happening. Where are my pot pies? I'm sorry, not pot pies. Pot pies.
You getting evicted straight up from pot pies. You know how long it takes to do that, bro?
That's why it's gonna go. Like,
yeah. The mama's been making pot pies for the last 8 hours, boy. Take some tone out your voice. If you saying that, you gotta get the hell out of my house. That's terrible, though. Oh yes, Tandy, Contessa said you got to make his vision board.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah.
That dude right there. Oh,
what goes in that guy's vision board?
We cut to this guy's parents confronting him about his vision board. All right, Michael, I gotta talk with you. You and your mom and I got to talk with you. No, don't me. All right, don't this because we got to draw the line here. We found your vision board. All right.
Oh, that was private.
Not in this house.
In this house, it's not
what we've been telling you for years. In this house, what is ever in here belongs to the owners, us, in the robes.
You see how we're dressed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not wearing cargo shorts like you. Now, we got to talk about what's on this vision board because this is where I draw the line, okay? We've been showing a lot of patience right now, Michael, and we're tired. Honey, I can't even...
What I see here, you got a section that says future home. And it's just the blueprints of our house where we're living right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, am I not going to own this house one day?
No. We have specifically written you out of the will. You get nothing.
You get nothing. This house will burn to the ground on the day we die.
It's written in there. We're going to be cremated and we want the house just to sit ablaze.
Wow. That is like horrific. Who's going to burn the house down around you? I'm not doing it.
No,
you don't do anything, Michael.
Don't do anything. That's the problem. Talk, man. I'm sorry. I'm getting so emotional. Go ahead. Talk to him.
No, because we saw you had travel on here. You had a plane that just flew around in a circle and came right back to this house. Now, I don't know if that means you plan on flying a plane into this house or you're just going to fly nowhere and come back wasting money. Either way, it pissed me off.
I'm going to fly nowhere and waste some money. That's what it means.
Waste whose money, Michael? Waste whose money?
The family money. The money that we all share.
That your mother and I make.
There's no sharing. You get it because you refuse to leave here. I'm sorry, you don't get the actual money. You get the benefits of the money because you refuse to leave.
And the thing that really got me, is at the bottom of the board here. You wrote daily pot pies. Who has the
Right.
time to make pot pies every day, Michael? Are you making these pot pies?
No, Mom, you've
Who's-
always made me pot pies since I was a young child.
And I stopped. When I went to my counseling session, they said the time that you're spending making pot pies, 8 hours a day, you could be focusing on yourself. You could be contributing to your retirement account for your future.
Mhm.
So I'm not making those pot pies anymore.
Done.
So
We're drawing the line at that one.
But
No
it's on my vision board.
more pot pies.
It's on my vision board. It has to happen.
and also on here, you got a stack of money and it says endless stimmies. What's a stimming? What is a stimming?
And scene. And we'll call out there. That is a Can't Tell Us Nothing show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to our second live show. In the chat, everything you put in there helps inspire our conversation, our scenes. Welcome to 2021, everybody. We'll have to do more of these. DJ Comfy, you want to play us out?
Gotcha.
All right, then for John, for Amici, for Tandy, for myself, Antoine, that's the Can't Tell Us Nothing show.